cake. You want to go? Wouldn't dream of it tonight. Uncle Bentley's reading. What's the matter? There's a knife in your back. Oh, Daddy. One of the new toys he's manufacturing. It's a trip knife. He probably stuck it on my back to scare Mother. You're doing a great job, Peter.
Thanks, Niece Kelly.
What's your uncle going to read? A will. Oh, boy, I've never heard a will read. Can I stay? Can't you hide me or something? I'll let you borrow my black turtleneck sweater. Well, okay. You can hide in the closet, but you can't make a sound. The relatives are due here any minute. You can look through the cracks. Keep real quiet.
Oh, darling, have you finished all your homework?
Uncle Bentley, please let me stay. I want to be here when something happens.
Oh, honey, nothing is going to happen. In a few minutes, some nice, normal people are going to walk through that door, going to sit in those chairs and listen to me drone through this dull legal document. Won't you come in?
I am Cora Bakula, sister of the deceased, my husband, Simon.
How do you do? My niece, Kelly. Won't you go in and sit down? We'll be ready to start in a few moments.
You rushed me. We're first. It's bad luck to be first.
Nice, normal people.
Darling, every family's got a couple of characters. You must be Mr. Crabtree's nephew.
Yeah, well, don't spread it around, man.
What kind of a man was Elias Crabtree?
Judging from his relatives, I'd say he was a descendant of Edgar Allan Poe. Let's see what we can add to the Wax Museum. Well, yes, do come in.
I'm Elaine Baker, the late Mr. Crabtree's nurse.
Oh. Yes, Mr. Crabtree mentioned you, but he didn't mention everything. My niece, Kelly.
Hello.
Hello, Kelly.
Excuse me. Well, how do you do?
I'm Dolores Mars, the late Mr. Crabtree's secretary.
Well, do come in. You two must know each other. And now, if you go in and join the others, we should be ready to start any minute now. Too bad.
What's too bad?
You can't take it with you. Now, shall we get on with the business at hand? Last will and testament of Elias Crabtree.
I'll get it. I'm Lola Winslow. Come in.
Excuse me.
I'm Lola Winslow,
Miss Winslow?
the late Mr. Crabtree's housekeeper. I understand Mr. Crabtree's will is being read here tonight.
Well, yes, we were just starting, but,
It's quite possible that, dear Mr. Crabtree might have remembered me with some small token. You see, I took very good care of his house.
Yes, you seem very capable. Won't you come in? I believe you know everyone.
Yeah.
Now, shall we get on with the reading of the will? Despite the fact that I was Mr. Crabtree's attorney, he never had me draw up this will. It was found in a safety deposit box, written in his own handwriting, witnessed, and, all quite legal. And now, the lights. Peter, check the fuse box, will you?
Of a revolver against the back of my neck.
Oh, no, Mrs. Bakula, I'm sure no one here is armed.
Somebody tried to kill me. I felt his hot breath and
Fiery hair. He knows that Elias is going to leave all his money to me, and he wants me out of the way.
You're swat. With Uncle, you were out, but way out. Done. I was Uncle's favorite cat.
I can't imagine anybody wanting to liquidate you. My guess is the old man wasn't going to leave you a cent. You never were around to comfort him anyway.
No, we know who did all the comforting, don't we, dear?
Yes, we do, Florence Nightingale. But what we don't know is where the adrenaline was when he needed it most.
Oh, why, how dare you say something?
No,
I'm not staying another moment in the house where I could be murdered, Simon!
Now, Mrs. Bakula, stay, please. Now, perhaps a cup of tea would
Hey, with guns pointing in my neck, I want to get out of here.
Mrs. Bakula, now, it's nothing, really. It's just a trick knife. He's quite all right. Believe me. He's quite all right, really. He's nothing wrong with him. Now, are you all right?
I guess so.
Good. Now, if everybody's quite ready to settle down, we can get on with the will. Now, where is it?
What is he doing?
Well, I left it right here on the table. It's still in the carpet, Daddy. Come on, what's that? Where is your will? What's that? No, I'm certain.
The will's been stolen. That's what's happened. It's been stolen.
That will has got to be in the house somewhere. Searched everybody and couldn't find it.
Why would anybody want to steal a will, anyway?
You see, dear, when no will is probated, then the state steps in and divides the money proportionately among the relatives. Obviously, our thief must have felt he had a good chance of being left out.
Gosh, it's almost spooky. Do you suppose the one who took it will come back and try to get it?
He might. You, better lock your door tonight, dear.
You should have seen Peter. He went to bed with a meat cleaver. Good night, Uncle Bentley.
Good night, dear.
Will must be in house someplace. What are you doing up?
I couldn't sleep. We've got to find that will.
I'll help you look.
We've got to find it before the thief returns to the scene of the crime. It's him.
Is someone calling me?
Did we hurt you?
Only my dignity. I couldn't sleep. I've been searching the house inside and out for a couple of hours. I've searched every bush and I still couldn't find that will. Who could be calling us at this hour? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Gregg. This is Elaine Baker. I must talk with you.
Well, what's happened, Miss Baker?
My life is in danger. You must come over right away.
Well, lock your doors. I'll be there in 15 minutes. And I'll knock 3 times. You'll know it's me.
Uncle Bentley, can I go with you?
Young lady, you're going to stay over at Ginger's tonight. Now, you go on upstairs and get dressed. Whoever's in this house may be in danger.
Who I stay with?
You're going to take her over to Ginger.
Mr. Gregg. Maybe you shouldn't go alone in the middle of the night.
Peter, that lovely girl is in danger.
Big question. Lovely girl in more danger with him there or him here?
I heard that.
Mr. Gregg?
Yes.
So glad you're here.
That makes 2 of us. What's the trouble, Miss Baker?
I know who stole the will.
You do?
Yes, I overheard something shortly before Mr. Crabtree died. I wish I hadn't. I wish I hadn't. Terrible situation.
Oh, now, Miss Baker, you're upset. Now, why don't you sit down and relax? There. Now, tell me everything.
I hardly know where to start.
Well, just start from the beginning.
Well, one night I stepped out of Mr. Crabtree's room to get him a glass of hot milk. He couldn't sleep.
I can understand that.
I passed the library. I noticed that the door was slightly ajar. I heard voices, so I stopped. I must confess, I was curious. I am a woman.
Yes, we can discuss that later. Go on.
Well, it was Mr. Crabtree's nephew, Ansel. And embracing him was Lola.
Mr. Crabtree's housekeeper?
That's right.
And that beautiful, refreshing girl with that...
They were quite close. In fact, she was as close to him as I am to you.
Oh, go on. Don't skip a detail.
I'm afraid.
But why?
Because Lola hates me. I know too much. She can get Ansel to do anything. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
Where can I find Ansel?
With Lola. Since she got her old job back as hostess, he hangs around a beatnik joint. The Purple Couch.
Well, I'll go talk to him.
Oh, no, not now, please. I'm still frightened.
Well, lock the window.
2800.
It's all there, man, all there.
Why don't you dial out and let him breathe?
Good advice, Lola. You take it.
Oh, you've been talking to that blonde nitwitch, huh?
Maybe.
Got some more advice for you. Forget what she said.
Ansel, I just left Elaine Baker. I know all about you and Lola. Now, hear me, Ansel. Now, I don't want you to get hurt. You're a nice, normal American boy. Ansel, level with me. Did you take the will? Did lovable Lola take the will? Now, Lola wants the money, not you. The minute she gets it, you'll get it. You might get it sooner than you think. You're nowhere, man. Now, wait a minute. You drink that, and you'll be the gonest. I just saw her put poison in that. I know what you said about your Aunt Cora, but you're being played for a patsy by a rag, a bone, and a hank of hair. Take my advice. Now, before I go to the police... Excuse me. Ansel, don't drink that tea. I saw her put poison in that tea, now didn't you?
Cut out, man.
That was saccharine. I'm trying to get him off the sugar kick.
Lola, how many times I gotta tell you I don't dig saccharin in my tea?
Now, look, I'm going to find out about that will if I have to stay here all night. No, darling, I didn't solve anything last night. Spent most of the time trying to wash a mural off my face. Where is Peter, anyway? I'm starved.
I don't know. I've been at Ginger's.
I was phoning him all day long. For heaven's sakes, Peter, what are you made up for?
How you ever recognize me, Mr. Gregg?
Extrasensory perception. Easy, Jasper, easy. Don't eat the disguise.
Peter, what are you dressed up for?
Want a soft case? All day been following Mr. Crabtree's secretary, Dolores Morris.
Well, what do you got all that stuff on for?
Did not one suspect to notice me in crowd.
Good thinking. Must be hundreds of people bundled up like that on a hot day.
I make report. 10 a.m. Pick up suspect in front of Save a Dime drugstore. Suspect have breakfast. Waffle 1-8, easy up, and black coffee. Leave no tip.
Now, Peter, I appreciate you trying to help. Now, will you go and make us some dinner, please?
10:12 a.m. Suspect get on scale in front of drugstore. She weigh 119.
Dinner.
10:13. Throw away fortune card from scale. I pick it up. Quote, you will soon come into much money. That's very suspicious, isn't it?
Make dinner.
Got lots more notebook.
Mail it to Charlie Chan.
I'll start the coffee.
I measure up.
Peter, how did this happen?
Happened last night when I pluck in coffee. Blow a fuse.
Well, that answers one question, but it still doesn't explain...
What answers what?
What not explain what?
Peter! Call the relatives and the 3 girls who were here last night. Tell them to be here at 8 p.m. sharp.
How I make them come?
Tell them I know who stole the will. Peter put the blade of this knife into the socket instead of the plug of the coffee maker. He blew a fuse, and that's why the lights went out.
But that doesn't explain who tried to kill me. I felt cold steel against the back of my neck. Didn't I, Simon?
Now, if you notice, I have you in exactly the same positions you were last night when you were here, and when Mrs. Bakula felt the cold steel against her neck. Now, this muffler will represent the will. You notice it's in exactly the same position it was last night when it disappeared. All ready, Peter? Right, now turn the lights down. All right, lights up. There, ladies and gentlemen, there's your criminal. And Mrs. Bakula, there's your cold steel. Jasper's cold nose. Watch Jasper. Muffler. Jasper's hope chest. And here it is. The missing will.
But I still don't understand.
Well, now, why on earth would a dog put a will in there?
Now, you see, last night, before you arrived, this will accidentally fell into Jasper's hamburger, just as his muffler did tonight. Now, when Jasper smells hamburger, nothing stands in his way. Not even you, Mrs. Bakula. And you were seated directly between Jasper and this hamburger-scented will.
How about that? Uncle Bentley, you're a super detective.
Yeah, you super snooper.
Elementary, my dear Watson, elementary. And, And now, the will. I, Elias Crabtree, being of sound mind and body, do hereby prove it. To all of you who have waited so anxiously for me to pass on, I leave 3 words. Ha, ha, ha. I spent all of my money while I was alive, and believe me, I enjoyed every penny of it. Well, that explains the mystery of the hamburger-scented will. The case will never go down in the archives of crime, but at least I was a hero in my own household for a couple of days.
Stay with us now for the Doris Day Show. And tonight at 6 Eastern, an old friend's return from the grave is no miracle. It's insurance fraud on Crazy Like a Fox, only here on CBN.